Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've done a video like this. I'm testing out making videos like this with my mic. This is the first time, so if this sounds better, please let me know. So, reality TV is one of my biggest guilty pleasures. Right behind those like satisfying cleaning videos, I can't. Those are great. But sometimes reality TV gets a little too real. So today we're going to be watching some of the craziest reality TV moments. Let's do it. I'm going to start with the most known reality TV show on the list that I have, and that's America's Next Top Model. You know, that show where Tyra Banks gives people psychological damage, and that's how she figures out if they're going to be America's Next Top Model. But don't get me wrong. This show has given us so many iconic Twitter memes, like that time when Tyra Banks pretended to pass out so that she could show her acting skills.
Somebody bring some water.
Today you guys are gonna learn about acting!
Or when Natalie just straight up left the competition.
I don't know, I just don't think this is great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. I can't take the pressure of it.
But don't you think any job interview...
But one of the things I want to talk about is the makeovers. So every cycle they do makeovers, and that's usually where all the tears come in. Sometimes they make them cut their hair off, all their hair, bald, low cut. In cycle 9, they told one of the contestants, Bianca, that her hair was basically fried, dyed, and laid to the side, and they couldn't do anything with it. So imagine someone telling you you're gonna have long blonde hair, and then 5 minutes later, they're like, we have to cut you bald.
We gotta go bald, fam.
It's really important to both Tyra and I about the preservation of your hair because it's really, really damaged and you need to start fresh. So what we're gonna do is Krishana's gonna cut your hair off. Ken has offered us these medical wigs with that, the latex edge. And that's what we're gonna use on you in shoots.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? You look upset. Tell me.
Okay.
I don't know about you. I've cut my hair twice willingly. I don't know if I would let someone do it unwillingly, especially because a lot of people have an emotional attachment to their hair. So just imagine how they would feel if you show up and they're like, yeah, I know you have these precious locks, but we're gonna cut all of them off.
Oh my God, I felt so bad because all you saw was the tears just falling from her eyes. I would have went bananas because that's a big change.
Or even in cycle 3, how they told Ava that she was gonna have to cut her hair even shorter than it already was, and she was afraid that she would look like a boy.
Eva, I love the fact that your hair is short. I think we need to kind of shape it and take it a little bit shorter.
I just think that it's kind of messed up that they don't consider their feelings. I mean, I know they are trying to prove the point that as a model you have to be versatile, and if somebody wants you to cut your hair now, that might be a part of the job. But this is just for the show. They could consider how they feel and how long or short they will want their hair to be done.
It's gonna be little and blonde, like a little white boy. I don't want to look like a little boy.
Because if I wanted my hair long, I would just put a wig on. If I wanted my hair short and I didn't want to cut it, I would find a short wig. So, I don't know. And the most iconic moment, not really iconic, kind of messed up moment from America's Next Top Model is the blackface.
A black girl with a nose job, come on.
You're a Jackson.
Tyra did not make them do blackface once. She did not make them do blackface twice, but thrice. 3 times. I just wanted to know what was going through Miss Tyra's head as an African-American woman when she was making these concepts. I don't see how she thought that was okay. Even the babies in the photo shoots look so confused. So next, we're gonna be moving on to one of my favorite reality TV shows. If you ask anybody what show I'm watching, they're going to say Dance Moms. I'm sure you know what Dance Moms is from this clip of Abby reversing herself out of a competition.
You preach theater etiquette to my kids. Put your phone away. preach theater etiquette. Put it away.
So Abby Lee Miller has a really big personality, and by big personality I mean she's constantly yelling at the kids and their moms to the point where she loses her voice. There's been so many moments on this show where there's a costume that like doesn't fit, or there's just not enough costumes, or the costume is just totally inappropriate for a kid their age. So Abby wants them to show the moms what their costumes are, and rightfully so, everyone's face is disgusted. Chloe's mom, Christy, even calls them prostitutes the sequel, because this wasn't the first time that they wore something very inappropriate. They once did a dance called Electricity, and they didn't even place because their costumes were just so inappropriate. I don't know why Abby Lee Miller thought she was gonna go to Lancaster, PA, home of the Amish, and they were gonna win with those costumes. Like, where was the common sense? Where was it? Where was it?
Turn this on. Turn it on!
There's also been a couple of physical fights during the show. The most iconic is probably Abby and Kelly.
Get your finger out of my face. Girls out the room. Yeah, you wouldn't eat me.
Or it might even be Stacy and Yolanda. But we're gonna focus on the Bourbon Street Brawl. Now, to me, this has to be one of the dumbest fights I've seen on the show. If you watch Dance Moms, it's no secret that Christy does not like Leslie at all. Christy feels like Leslie isn't a team player, and Leslie feels like she's doing what she needs to do to make her kid have a permanent spot on the team. But this whole argument starts because Christy Ray, Asia's mom, is leaving the team because she has better opportunities somewhere else. So therefore, Leslie sees that as an opportunity to get her daughter Peyton onto the team, and Christy doesn't want that because she doesn't like Leslie. Now, both of them are a little drunk, rightfully so. They're on Bourbon Street. Who wouldn't be drunk on Bourbon Street? But that leads to this.
You had too much to drink. You better settle it down, bitch.
Stop, bitch, stop.
Now, this has to be one of the stupidest fights. You guys cannot tell me this isn't the dumbest reason to be angry with somebody. Like, at least with those other physical fights, they were defending their kid, but this is simply just because you don't want Peyton on the team because you don't like Leslie. Like, that doesn't even seem fair to me, because that's taking away an opportunity from Peyton. Isn't that's selfish.
I'm shocked that Asia and Christy are leaving, but what I'm more shocked about is that Leslie thinks that by Christy leaving, that opens the door for her to take her spot on the team.
But what's funny is that Christy does get her way, and Peyton has never become a permanent member of the team. So, I don't know, maybe Christy kind of won that one. And last but not least, Black.White. This show just like it puts you through an emotional roller coaster. Like, I was angry, it was funny, it was too much. But basically, this is a show where a black family and a white family switch races just to see what the pros and the cons of being that race would be. But some of these moments are just straight foul. From Bruno saying the N-word every 10 seconds.
Hey, n***. Say, come on, n***. You know, I look forward to having someone say, hey, n***.
To Carmen calling black people creatures in a nice way.
Moved by the beauty of this magnificent black creature.
What are you doing?
I don't know how you do that, but cool. So there's one scene where each family member is paired up with their opposite race, and they're taking like a vernacular or dialect class so that when they're out in the real world, they sound either black or white. So Carmen and Renee are going over some slang words when...
Yo, bitch. Yo, bitch.
What? Out of the blue, in our conversation, she goes, hey, you bitch.
So Renee is offended by that, rightfully so, because she doesn't know Carmen enough for her to be calling her the B word. And Carmen even says, I thought I was being black when I said it. So I don't know how she thinks that even if they were two black women calling her a B word without even knowing her would still be okay. But Carmen does not apologize to Renee right away. So later on in the night, Renee brings it back up.
And it's insensitive. They used a word that's inappropriate. So I just felt really sad. in my excitement.
Not once did Carmen say, I apologize. I really feel like she thinks what she said was an apology, which is mind-boggling to me because you never once said, I'm sorry or I apologize. But here's the best part.
Is she okay? What's the matter now?
I think you guys are still trying to read something into it that wasn't there. I was in there trying to be black.
She starts crying like she doesn't realize what she did was wrong. Like, do I think she called her the B word to be mean? No. But if Renee is offended, then you owe her an apology. On a bit of a funnier note, Carmen and Bruno's daughter Rose joins a black poetry group kind of as like a challenge that's a part of the show. And in that challenge, she had to prepare her own material. But I think she thought she had to show something about the black struggle in her poetry, and this is how it went.
A mutual undulation of want and reciprocal acceptability in performance. A ritual so profound.
You have a lot of big words. I don't get.
Don't get me wrong, it was a good poem, but even her classmates are looking at her like, what are we talking about? She actually does eventually tell her classmates that she's white because she feels like she's lying to them, but they do give mixed emotions.
I have something to tell you and I don't exactly know how to say it. I'm actually a white girl in black makeup.
I live in Santa Monica. I've told you the truth since the beginning, except for the fact that I've walked in here in makeup, and that is the lie.
To me, you seem extremely intelligent and well-spoken, and I appreciate that you take this opportunities not as entertainment, but that you truly appreciate what you can get out of it.
I want to say to you, I have no animosity or ill will. I can only imagine how hard this might be for you. So I just want to let you know that if you need to lean on me, and I'll hope to speak for everybody else, to just lean on us.
You haven't even begun to apologize to me. Everybody's like, oh, we're cool, we're here for you. They're not speaking for me. They are not speaking for me at all. So cry so I can see part of your white skin. Because I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
That one kid was so mad, and I get why, because he like feels like she infiltrated their like safe space, but you know, at least she came clean. But another funny thing is, before they found out that she was white, they had asked her to do like improv rap, and
of course, you know, I could say no, sorry, I don't do that, but it was like, do it, you know what I mean? If you suck ass, you suck ass.
It's really nice to hear you say something that I haven't heard, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that is true. Here's what I seen today. Your faces make me happy, but it's all I got, so here's my words, I'm gonna be shot. You know you rhyme much better than I do, and you got much beat. You're gonna make lots of sense when you keep true. So thanks for stopping now, and take it.
that like that was a mess. I don't know if they didn't think she was white. I don't know what they were thinking. They're even like asking her, oh, what's your favorite song, or like, what do you do? And she's giving like the most generic white answers.
When's your birthday? August
22nd.
Okay.
For real?
Yeah.
Virgo?
I'm a Virgo and Leo. I'm on the cusp. Yeah. Doesn't happen very often, but
I remember we talked about
it's like the last day. What's so funny about that?
But yeah, that show put me through a lot. But that's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.